Just give me 1 second, please, and we'll start this review. I apologize for that. But what we're doing is a live review on, I think it's Wyther Farms by MissyB. What's up, son of a sergeant? Long time no see, buddy. Yeah, first time ever doing a live map review, especially on Farm Sim. Most of my reviews and stuff like that are on Call of the Wild. I don't even do any kind of mod reviews for this game because, well, we've got FS Club, DJ Goham, and the king of all, Mr. Sealy B. Yeah, it has. How's the service been treating you? But this map also came today with its own geo. The geo is based out of Manchester, UK. For you world football players, Manchester United, keep on going. So, what we're going to do is, yes, I jumped on the map. I started it up. I did my first little look. And as soon as I did my look, I decided to do a map review. Oh, you're stationed in the cold, cold land, Alaska. We're going to run down here real quick. Yes, there is a lot of deers in my mods. But I want to do this way instead of just popping on and saying, here's what we got. Because then you all get to see the size and the exact start. Put the geo on and fire it up. It's also like 8 a.m. in Alaska right now. Maybe even 7 a.m. I'm sorry, 0800. Yeah, so you're actually 4 hours behind. So you're on the tip of Alaska. Well, look at the bright side. Sean, at least you're not stationed in Seoul, South Korea. I don't know, I think Germany would have been good for you. But shipped over to Korea, Japan would have been bad because you would have spent all your money on video games and everything else. But you would have had a blast. Waiting on it to load. The more mods you have, the longer it takes to load. Thought you went... Didn't you go Air Force? Because I didn't think the Air Force had an airborne. What? Here we go. Now, as you see, it's kind of dark. And looks like we partied a little too hard the night before. Stuck on top of a building. Out in the middle of nowhere. This looks like your bail cell point. Sean, if I would have known you in Army, you could have gone tanks, and then you could have been possibly down here at Fort Knox. I could have met up with you and we could have hung out. Fort Knox is only 45 minutes from my house. But we're going to look at the map real quick. And let's see. She started us up here. I don't know. I don't see my cursor. Up in the middle of no man's land. Yeah. So now we're going to start off down here. This is the horse farm. As I'm going to click on this real quick. You see we don't own this. But we could buy it. It's only 16 grand. That's cheap. And we could buy all this other little property. It's free. I am going to buy a chainsaw because I noticed something earlier that I think might interest some players of this map. But we're going to jump in this vent, turn some light on. I guess just like in the United States, 7 o'clock in the morning is early. I'm going to go into my options and I'm going to turn my vehicle noise down. Environmental's fine. I'm also going to turn traffic off. And the reason behind turning traffic off is I already noticed that the traffic on this map, they don't have a hitbox like they've been doing on a lot of the other maps. So if you get stuck in the middle of the road, get turned sideways, get lost, they'll run into you. They'll box you in and you can't go nowhere. I'm not going to turn my warning lights on like I normally would because I'm streaming. It has nothing to do with the quality of my stream and my video, but it is for the light sensitive people out there that might want to take a look at this map. And I don't want to be responsible for possibly giving somebody a epileptic seizure because I've got my strobe lights on. Right now I'm just going to take you all to the farm, which is a nice little haul. There's a fuel station. Looks good. Looks like just about every other fuel station. I'm also going to go into the shop and show you all the special mods that MissyB put in. The map to me looks beautiful. I kind of don't like where I started, but it looks like we partied a little too hard and got stuck up on top of a building. Stuff happens. We're going past the road right now to the vehicle dealership, which I will bounce over there in a minute. But right here is your first turn to go to the shop. Here's one of our first farm entrances. I noticed during the mod description that she thanked Alien Jim and Oxygen David and a few other guys. And that led me to believe, with all these hedges popped up, hop out real quick, that there was a possibility that we can take down the hedges. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, the hedges, if you don't like them, because they do have collision points, you can't walk through them. You cut them down with a chainsaw. Now, here's the shop. Or here's where the rest of our vehicles are. Our main vehicles. I'm gonna have to... Oh, doors are already open. That's nice. But we have this vent. We got the Manitou telehandler. This cultivator's ours. This trailer's ours. The Rothamash, what I call the battleship, it's ours. So I'm gonna back that up. Hook up. Getting out of here is a little tricky because the door is so small. I'm not going to complain, but I would have liked to seen maybe a bigger double door. Maybe something like what Jim's got on No Man's Land, where the doors are like twice the size of these window panes. So we can just cruise right in and cruise right out. There's a gate. Just open the gate. You can roll on out. I'm going to pull the rest of our equipment out of here. This plow's not ours. It's paper. The funny part is, the other vehicles, even though they're not ours, have collisions on them. Kind of nice. As for slot count, You start off with 554. Not a bad slot count. Means you've got a lot of slots for a lot of stuff you want to do. Here's your vehicle shop, repair, sell point, customizations. What I truly wanted to give, you know, just a fair review. I'll ride around and look at some of the sell points in a little bit. Go jump in the telehandler. I've kind of got to the point in the game wise I don't use telehandlers very much, so on my other game save I will probably sell the telehandler and either get a skid steer, or if I really need it I will grab a wheel loader. Let's go take a trip and see some sell points. Maybe a couple Easter eggs on the map. Like I said, first time on it. Well, second time on it, but first time actually rolling around with you guys. Biogas plant's down at the bottom. We already own it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that spot from over here on this side of the map. With this biogas plant, I guess it's a good representation of other biogas plants. Being here in the States, we don't have very many, and honestly, if I seen one in real life, I probably wouldn't know what it was unless I seen the road sign outside that was telling me what it was. Yeah, traffic's off, it's crazy. They drive at a decent rate of speed. It's just, they don't have the hit boxes like some of the other maps, like Buck County and a few others that I've been on, where they're not trying to run you over. If they see you within 20 yards, 30 yards, they actually stop. That way you've got room to turn your combine around the fields, stuff like that if you gotta go out the main road. Looks like our spinnery. There's a sell point back in here. Looks like where you're going to sell your bales. Sorry, brain just kind of went blank. It's an exit road. I think I'm going to take that exit road out of here. Across the street looks like you're still slurry. Sell it or store it. MissyB's got a lot of her own independent mods where you can store liquids. Looks like one of our grain stores or grain sell points. Coming back up on the gas station, petrol station, fuel station, depending on what part of the world you live in is what you're going to call it. I want to see what this is back here. Due to the fact that UK and gun laws are as strict as they are, I don't think I'm going to get shot for driving through somebody's field. Might get yelled at, get the cops called. It looks like she put in a nice little swamp. Pretty cool. The prices on the fields. Let's see. This is the biggest field in here. 238,000. That's not bad. 77 for the grass field. So I mean, those two are bunched together. Still not that bad. That big boy's still half a mountain. That ain't bad at all. The lumber's areas for forestry, which we're gonna roll up there and check that out, aren't really that bad. You can go up there and cut away and be close to the lumber mill. Welcome back, Sarge. Let's see. Sell our farm would get 100,000 back, and the field over here is, so you get about 200,000. So if you wanted to, and you didn't want to deal with the sheep, the pigs, or I should say, yeah, the sheep, the pigs, and the cows, and the chickens, you can sell that off and do like I do in a lot of my farm sim maps. I'd buy a big field like this, cut it down into either halves or quarters, build my farm on one end, and then break it down into smaller fields, and use that, and then buy a bigger field possibly close by and turn that into grass or my animal zones. But it's Farm Simulator, so you can pretty much do whatever you want, wherever you want, as long as the map maker has set it up where you can put placeables wherever you want. But we're going to take a trip out here to the sawmill and check out the forestry area. Because I'm sorry if you've played any Farm Simulator, you've seen one field, you've seen them all. But the map looks great. Well thought out, well put together. And for the modders, you know, you might have people out there complaining, well, why can't you just put this on a map, or do this to a map, or that to a map? They don't understand the hundreds of thousands of hours spent creating something out of nothing. There's also a map out there from a modder. It's called Flat Map. So if you don't like what somebody's done, go buy the Flat Map, or go download the Flat Map and build it the way you want. You can put your own water in, you can put ponds or whatever, your own placeables. Do whatever you want. Instead of complaining about somebody's map. Exactly, Sarge. I go on maps. I mean, Giants is built, has now put 3 maps in the game. All 3 of those maps start you off in a certain spot, give you certain equipment to do certain things. And what I do is, I kind of smile, say thank you, sell everything, use of government signs, cheat in some money, and then go build my farm somewhere else. This is supposed to be Manchester, United Kingdom. I see a Canadian maple star flying. Maybe. Hold on. I'm not messing with the map maker, because there are companies in the United States that do this. They are a different company. They're a company that's owned by a different country. Like, we've got some Canadian companies down here in the United States. They fly their Canadian flag, but they'll also have the stars and stripes. In this game, due to the fact of the way things are, the Union Jack can't fly at the same time the Maple Leaf flies. So yeah, I'm gonna say that this is a Canadian logging company that's leased land in the UK and has worked out something with the country to do some logging and to make both the company and the country money. Kind of nice. Yeah, everything's spaced out. Take a look at these trees real quick. MissyB did an excellent job. All these trees, except for these wonky in-game run them over with the T-Rex trees. All these trees right here can be taken down with your Scorpion Kings. They can be taken down with any of your John Deere Fellow Bunchers or any of the other mods out there. She did an excellent job with putting nice big tall trees that are easily cut down. You could also take them with a chainsaw cut the limbs off them, skin them down, and load them up yourself. So yeah, the forest in this is excellently done. There's also, it looks like, a few placeable areas where you can set up your own little lumber mill back here in the back. Exactly, so Sarge, that's the map makers. A lot of them have made their maps for you to do whatever the hell you want. I'm sitting here kind of waiting to see if the stream.